Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I'm going to tell you about a sunken treasure on the island of Martinique in the Caribbean. And the story goes that behind me in this bay there was a Spanish galleon with a lot of gold on it, and pirates came, attacked it and sunk it. So maybe there are some gold doubloons down there. But yeah, there were a lot of divers down there. There is neither gold nor any wood wreckage of a ship, so I guess there never has been any galleon. But still, the bay is called Baie de Trésors, which means Bay of the Treasure. So there's another bay down there, it's called Baie Le Galion, and that is also given to a name of a big sugar factory. And this sugar factory harvests all of the sugar around this area that actually belongs to the factory. And they actually set up a little business of rum on their side. It's not from the molasses of the factory, but it's actually AOC, so it is from sugar cane and from a really high quality rum, and they call themselves Baie de Trésors, just like the bay behind me. So let's just go there and find out how their rum business is. I'm here in one of the nice old houses that are actually with the exploitation Agricole Le Galion, and it was actually founded in 1849 by a Belgian guy named Eugène Estange. Strange name for me. And he was building a sugar factory, and he had a lot of fields, and he had a bit of a growing everything. And in 1869 he actually had a son-in-law, and this person here is Émile Bourguignon, and he actually modernized everything, and he got new equipment and got everything running, and they worked really well. And over the years, actually, the sugar industry with sugar cane went down. So a lot of sugar factories actually closed down. They were the only ones that actually did survive. That was all because of the Germans inventing that they had the Rhum, which actually contained sugar, and they grew them, and they could make sugar in Europe, which was then cheaper to get to Europe. So but they stayed in business, so they were really good. So it went over the years, and in the more recent one in 1981, they actually did sell the sugar factory to a company named SAEM, and the Exploitation Agricole Le Galion, so the farming of de Galion, stayed with sugarcane, bananas, and they actually had also beef. That was just a farming industry around here. And then in 2018 they decided, we want to get back into the rum business. So they have the sugarcane, and they have a very specific way of doing that, but I'll come to that later. So 2018 they decided to get into the rum business. They wanted to make Agricole and AOC, so this is kind of brands that, or kind of restrictions, how you make really premium rum. And then in 2021 they actually did open a visitor center, a boutique, and you can now visit it. So let's get in and have a look at the fields and how they do around here, because I really want to know what is behind the Baie de Trésors rum, because that is tasty rum. The main thing about Baie de Trésors is the terroir, and they actually categorize most of their bottlings where they actually get the sugarcane from. And they have 3 types of sugarcane plains. It's fruit de pluie, that is fruit of the rain. This is the most wet plains that they grow their sugarcane in. This is more indoors of the island. It has a river, and it has a bit of a hilly, so it rains a lot. So they get really much rain, and that gives the sugarcane, and therefore the rum in the end, a fruit and sweet and smooth taste. So this is the wet part. Now we are here in the drier part, fleur de vent, which is the
the fruits of the wind. So here it's near the sea and it's a bit windy and drier, and you can see that the sugarcane is a bit smaller, and also it is not as green as inside. That terroir and the rain and everything around here, that microclimate, that gives the sugarcane a lot of a different taste. Here it is more intense. It have sometimes, last year for example, they had a bit of a pastry taste to it, and it's a lot different to what you have from the rainy one. And the last one is the Plaine de Soleil or Soleil. It's the area of the sun, and that is a very sugary sugar cane. So it tastes almost like sugar cubes, and very intense, very sweet. So almost a bit vegetal in the end. So this is very different. There are not many fields where they have the Plaine Soleil. And so this is what they do around here. They have 550 of their own land, and they also buy from farmers about 200 acres. They have contracts with them. It varies a bit from season to season, as the terrain changes also from season to season. And in the end, you have about 750 acres, which is quite a lot. And that goes then into another distillery for distillation. They have their own recipe. They work together with their distillers, and they produce then the rum for them. And let's get into the warehouse and have a look what they do with the finished rum then.
So let's talk about the maturation here at Baie de Trésors. They have 1,220 casks up till now. They're a bit younger, so that is quite impressive for that amount of rum they produced up till now. And let's talk about what their idea is behind the production. And that is, they actually do want to keep a very close eye on the terroir. So they keep all the parameters that you can do, the oak, the distillation, they keep it the same, but they have different bottlings for different plots of land and different years, because the climate is not always the same every year. And that is what they emphasize. They emphasize the dry and the rain and the different terroir. That is the main word here. Terroir is the main word. So what they do is they take the dry plots and they use that in American oak. 35% fresh American oak, 65% used bourbon barrels. They have a contract with a big distillery in America, and they get supplied always the same casks or barrels. And so they want to keep that parameter fixed so it doesn't interfere with their idea of terroir. And then you have the French oak that is used for the rainy or the wet plots, and that also goes 35% fresh and 65% used French oak. But the used French oak is also with the cognac. These are the two main parts, and then you still have the very dry ones, the sun plots. And the sun plots, they don't go in any casks, but they actually go into a steel tank, and they are being kept as a white rum. The steel tank is very important to still have 1 year of maturation, and it's called réduction. And you reduce the alcoholic strength, and you take out some unwanted flavors. So you reduce these flavors that make it so sharp, so it's much easier to drink because you take out the unwanted flavors. And this is important. They have a special process that I'm not going to get into it, but it takes a year, and you do it every month. So it takes some time and some effort to do this long reduction. So this is the idea behind the Baie de Trésors. They actually really want to get into the terroir. And so the last thing that is left is, let's try that rum. So this was it with the production, and let's have a little bit of an interview with Stéphane Guyère.
You've been here with the project for 5 years, and now 13 years as like you're the master of sugarcane, or?
Not a master, but I work in sugarcane since 15 years now.
Oh, 15, okay.
Yeah. And in this farm, I manage this farm since 13 years.
Thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you, welcome.
Yeah, it was very, very nice with all the fields and the Baie de Trésors and the Baie de Trésors.
This is mainly the way we manage this project. In fact, we are a sugarcane producer since the farm belongs to the same family since 180 years.
Okay, so a lot of history.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And always sugarcane. So, and the farm is very big. We have 1,000 hectares, and sugarcane is 700 hectares.
Okay.
So we have, and all the plots are in the same area. I mean, they are just mixed. They are just really in the same. It's not, explode one plot like this and another plot in another area. Everything is in the same area.
So you can check all the plots with.
Exactly. but we have different type of terroir.
Okay.
We have a very dry terroir in La Caravelle, where you've been this morning, and with very heavy soil, very little rain, less than 1,000 millimeters per year, and the deep of the soil is very, very thin. I mean, there is rocks and little soil. Contrary, just over there, we are in the wet area with a lot of rain, more or less 3,000 millimeters per year.
3,000?
Yeah, 3,000 millimeters, and you are near a river, so this is very, very deep soil.
Okay.
I mean, and very light soil, because it's near the river.
So light soil means not nutritious, but mineral.
Yes,
low.
exactly, and very, very deep. I mean, with a lot of water reserve.
And humus. And
so this is not the same terroir, but between the two zones you have 4 kilometers. So it's very, very close, but very different.
So how did you come up with the idea of creating Rhum with the terroir as the center?
The main idea is because as we have different type of terroir, we have different type of sugarcane in this terroir, because our work is to deliver to the industry, rum industry or sugar industry, the sugarcane with the most concentrated quantity of sugar. So we put the best varieties of sugarcane in the area that we have. And this is the work that we have been doing since maybe 20, 30 years. Okay? And when we put this sugarcane for the industrial, for example, for the rum, they mixed our sugarcane with another sugarcane from another grower. I mean, they don't took the positive or all the 100% of the quality of the sugarcane that we have. They just mix them. They don't care about the way the sugarcane arrived. And this is the way I think that the project have a real part in the AOC business, because nobody do that like that. I mean, nobody do very parcellaire distillation, and nobody have on the same farm different type of terroir like we have.
Okay, so now you really got me interested. What's the first one we're gonna have?
We will have the white rum from the dry area, Plein Soleil, and Plein Soleil is from a plot named Fond Basile that you see this morning. So you are on the top of the hill, and the end of the plot is really on the sand. Like you can see.
Oh yeah, it was like too dry and too salty in the end.
Yeah. And you can see that the sugarcane die because the water comes
from the
hurricane. On the roots of the sugarcane, and kill them.
Yeah, what I also like is your bottle.
The bottle is all the map that you have in the bar over there is on the four sides of the bottles.
And it feels nice as it's a relief. Yeah. I like it.
And here this is La Baie de Trésors, where we write Baie de Trésors.
Oh yeah, and this is Galion. I know the area now. Okay.
So the specificity of this rum is that it's very smelly, a characteristic of a sugarcane that you just harvested. I mean, when the sugarcane who stay in the field, not harvested, begin the fermentation. This is very smelled very sugarcane, fresh sugarcane harvested.
Yeah, it feels a little bit
And you
like
have sugar. You have
very sugary,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
very
yeah.
like sugar cubes,
yeah.
with a bit of that.
A lot of sucrosity. It's not sugar because there is no add of sugar.
Yeah.
But it's sucrosity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's AOC, so no sugar.
No sugar.
No sugar, but it
No
feels
additive.
like a sugar, and it feels like a little bit of that fiber, like
Exactly.
you know when you chew like.
And this is the more dry is the area, the more concentrated is the sugar on the sugar cane, and the more flavor you have with the rum that you do with this type of plot.
54%. Wow, that is sweet.
Very sweet.
Oh, that
A
is
lot of
sweet.
salivating. You salivate a lot. And
yeah,
it's due to the it's due to the type of rum.
No, I like it. Oh, it's very, but it has a bit of a grassy, fresh touch
Yeah.
to it. It is
Yeah.
sweet and a little bit grassy, but fresh touch to it. It is a typical rum.
Yeah.
Like what you think of a rum when you have
Agricole
like.
rum, yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. So here, what you have very specific on your
Yeah.
bottle, and you're proud of it. How do you read it?
Okay, this one is very data, is technical data. I mean, you have the plot here, Fond Basile. Spotourne.
Spotourne.
As Spotourne is the dry area.
Okay.
And this one is the plot. Okay, Fond Basile.
Fond
You
Basile.
have the year of harvested.
Record 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This one is 22. And here you have
This Caravelle is like the oval area.
no, Caravelle is the appendix of Martinique. Where
Okay.
you go this morning.
Where do you have? The Trinité. Okay.
Okay. And this one is the tasting note.
Tasting note. Okay.
Okay. And here you have my signature.
And here it says the American rum.
Okay, but this one is aged. As this one is not aged,
And
you
this
don't
is
have that.
the white. Okay.
Just written on it,
Reduction.
slow reduction.
Okay, yeah, slow reduction, and this is okay. So you have the cask, you have the area,
Exactly.
you have the date.
And you have the two words of characteristic of the rum.
Yeah. And this is can sache and humid. Is
Yeah.
it like wet or dry?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So you have all the information in that bit over
Yes,
there.
exactly.
Okay. Okay, that is good. That is good. So the next one is gonna be what
This
is
one.
that?
So it's Fleur du Vent. Fleur du Vent is a mix between the two plots of the dry area, and they are aged in exactly the same type of oak. I mean, we talk about 35% of new oak and 65% of used oak, and in each plot we have the same quantity of each type of oak. And after 1 year and 1 month, we mix them,
Okay.
and this is Fleur du Vent.
Okay. So, but before that, you have a bit of a reduction at like 2 months in
3
steel.
months before.
3 months.
3 months before put it in the oak.
And the oak
In the barrels.
is 1 year or 2 year? Or
It's 1 year and 1 month for this
1
one.
month, 1 year, 1 month. Okay.
And all is natural because we put new oak. We have new oak. Some of Distillery put like boisé. It's extract from the wood, and they put only in aged oak. Us for Baie de Trésors, it's only from new oak.
Oh,
It's very very sweet too, and it's like in how can I say it in patisserie in English?
Yeah, it's a bit pastry, bit cookie and
exactly.
cake. Yeah.
You have something cooked like
This is
like syrup or something like
Yeah.
that. You have vanilla.
vanilla
Yeah.
caramel.
Yes,
This is a
exactly.
bit. This is a bit dangerous because you just go
Okay,
because
you're
it's
right.
so easy.
You're right, but when you will taste it, you will see this rum is very explosive. I mean, you have it in your mouth, only in your mouth. When you drink it, it disappears very, very quickly. It's an explosion and very quick.
It's stronger than it's stronger in your mouth than in your nose.
Yeah.
Nose is very easy,
Yeah.
but the mouth is.
Yeah.
Is it also 50 or something? 49.8. Oh, you're going high.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a characteristic from us.
But it's nice.
It's
not that
well married.
aged.
I mean, there is no the mix with the rum, alcohol, and water is very smooth. I mean, you don't have some difference.
Yeah, it's nice that this one is you have an oak, but it's not dominant. If you have like 6-year-old, the Vieux and the XO, and they are always heavy on the oak heavy. And this one is like a little bit white. Age.
This is
balanced.
This is the specification
yeah.
of
I
what
like
we
it.
call ESB. This is a 1 year's minimum aged rum, and it's specific to Martinique. They call them rum pie. You know, you cannot use the word. It's a specific.
Okay. But now it's a Rhum Vieux?
Vieux. No, it's not vieux.
Is it not?
No.
It's not Vieux. Okay.
No, it's not vieux. It's not vieux.
Okay. So I've seen now like your expressions and we're going through it. But as you're a bit younger, what do you plan for the future?
For the future, we have a specific warehouse where we stock the barrels, and the cuvées that the different type of rum that we will have come from the red and the dry area, and we have a collection. It's the first of the collection is the old rum that we will test in a moment, and this collection will be the same mix of oak from the 1 years of aged to 6 years of aged in the dry area, and the same mix from the 1 years to the 8 years in the wet area.
Okay, you're gonna have a wet 8 and dry
Yes.
6.
Yes.
Okay, that is.
This is to understand. This is the third part of the third specification of Baie de Trésors, is to understand that the aged, how the aged time can influence the tasting note. I mean, when you drink Fleur du Vent, in what you drink in it's very fresh.
Yes.
But Caracoli, you will see it's more cooked, it's more strong, it's more longer in the mouth, and the 6 will be okay. And this is the same mix of everything.
And I think what did it say with the Caribbean age faster than in
Yes,
France
in
or Scotland?
in the Caribbean, as we don't have winter,
Yeah.
the temperature is always very high. In our warehouse, we have 26 degrees to 27 degrees a year average.
Yeah. So it's kind of like 3 or 3.5 times like the
Three
speed.
times. 3 times is a good
Yeah.
number. After that, you have some specificity in function of the humidity of the place where you are.
Ah, okay. So it depends on if you're south on dry, but okay.
But even in the warehouse, the barrels at the top of the warehouse or the bottle of the barrels at the bottom is not the same. You have difference.
It's like in Kentucky where you have the
you
high
have
and
the
the low.
difference.
Yeah. Okay. So the third one is like wait. I can do it. Fruit de pluie.
Fruit des pluies.
Fruit de pluie.
Fruit des pluies.
Okay.
So Fruit des pluies is from the red area, aged in French oak, and this is really amazing to taste, because the rum from the red area is very dry in your mouth. Very dry. You will see it's very dry and straight. I mean, go very straight on your mouth, and this is not explosive like the first one that you taste. It's more complex. It's more longer in the mouth.
Okay.
And this is specific from the French oak.
Du Ferret.
Du Ferret is the wet area.
And Canne Humid 2021, and it's the French oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have all the data on this.
Oh, you have all of your bottles. I love that. It's just so specific.
Yeah. And in each bottle you have a QR code that you can flash, and you have all the information on the
there's a
side.
QR code that you
Yes,
can read,
here.
and you have it in the internet.
Directly on these bottles, technical data of these bottles, but after you have all the bottles.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, it is.
It's more smooth. It's more. It's more.
It's not, but it's not as
Expressive.
fruity
Yeah.
and sweet.
No.
It has a bit.
It's more. It's more smooth.
Yeah. And a bit more spicy, I would say. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a bit of
of course,
French
yeah,
oak,
yeah.
Limousin.
And
I don't know.
you have the vanilla too.
Yeah, it has the vanilla, yeah, but the other one was a fleur de vin that was much more fruit. I like it.
And you will see very straight and very dry, very sec. We call it sec.
A lot of difference. I like it.
Alors, some people say that it's normal that there is a difference, American oak and French oak. But
yeah.
the work that we do is that in the dry area we choose the right barrels. I mean the American one, because we made a lot of testing. And the testing that we do show that the extraction of tannin is better with the dry rum in the American oak than in the French oak. So we do a lot of tries. That's why I asking to you a little bit at the beginning of the interview that we're beginning the work in 2017.
Okay.
And the first aged time begin in 2019. So 2 years and 3 harvests. We made some trials to identify the right barrels that we want. And from now, it's always the same each year. Each year we have the same barrels.
Yeah, it works. Totally different rum. Totally different rum.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
I like this one.
As
But as you
different
said, it is dry, and yeah, it is dry, a lot dry. It just feels dry, it's up in your mouth and dry. The other one is really what
And
you
what
said.
is-
The
what-
first one with the saliva, it was really juicy.
What is
and-
interesting is that in France there is some producer of whiskey doing their own malt. I mean, and with cereal or something like that. And when they cultivate it on heavy soil or on light soil like us, there's the same difference.
Yeah.
I mean, the whiskey comes from the cereal from the very light soil is very dry in the mouth, and this is interesting to see the similarity that we can have with this type of soil and
with the
terroir.
malt and the sugar.
Yeah,
It's interesting, and there are people doing that a lot around like in Scotland. I know one, and there the terroir comes to the spirits as well.
Yeah.
Whiskey and rum.
Exactly.
So I've seen. Okay, you are a bit of a younger distillery, and I've seen buildings that have been under construction. So can you visit it already?
Not for the moment because it's not finished, but maybe next year we will have a plan of visit of our installation over there.
Okay, but you can visit here, like
Of course, yes.
Okay, and you can do the dégustation and
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And you can visit the house, but you have to call and make the reservation for that. And after, the only moments that we cannot visit the house is when the owner is there.
It's in. Okay. So in a few years' time, you have that built, and then you can show the casts and everything.
Exactly, and the way we see it is that the people will go downstairs where there is the warehouse, and they can move and translate in the garden and come back after. This is the way we made a visiting
to show around.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. I mean, this is a mango tree.
Yeah, exactly.
If I knew that, I would have come 2 months later to get a mango.
No, in 2 months it will be good.
Yeah, but I'm in 2 months, and I mean, I'm not quite sure if I'm in Germany or somewhere else, but but I'm not here. Yeah. So the last one is a bit different.
The last one is a 3 year and 3 months aged, and this is exactly the same than the second one that you taste. I mean, Fleur du Vent. This is the same plot, of course, and same mix of oak. I mean, different type of oak. Why? Because we want to that the testing, when the people testing the rum, they can imagine the difference that you can have for a 1 year's rum and a 3 years rum. And you will see there is similitude. This is something very close, but it's not really the same. It's more concentrated.
Okay. So this, as I said, you said the
Fleur du Vent.
Spottoon.
Exactly.
Spottoon, yeah. And so, this is from 2019, this is from 2021.
Exactly.
So same year, but longer cask.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Nice. Oh, yeah, there's more cask.
It's very, very powerful, and you will see in the... You have the vanilla, but the vanilla is more concentrated, it's more cooked.
And also you have the fruitiness that I felt from the second one. Yeah, it has a...
Yeah. And this
a
is not
fruity
the
touch.
same year. So you have... The way we are doing our rum, you always have, I mean, the same road, I mean, from each zone of production. But you have some characteristic different because the climate is not the same each year.
Oh, yeah, but it's oak. This has much more oak in it.
Yeah.
And from what my personal experience, this is what you said, 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, but when I translate that to whiskey, I would say it's 4 or 5 times more.
Okay.
4 or 5
You're
times.
right. You're right.
This is like a 15-year-old, I would say, at least.
This is, I can say, in Martinique, that this is the only 3 years rum like that. I mean, 3 years is VO, very old.
Very old.
Okay, but in the VO of other brand, they mix with 6 years and 5 years and 4 years to have the same taste because they name the rum VO and they want that the consumer need to have the same taste each year. This is not our way of production. We have years of production and it's different each year because the climate.
You're really going for that vintage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, vintage.
And this is a construction. Here you have the collection Intarsia. Intarsia is a Latin word, and the signification is the art of the wood. And in this collection you will have 4 rum. So Agricole is the first, 3 years and 3 months. This year you will have the 4-year rum of the red area.
With the French oak then.
French oak, exactly. And in 2 years you will have the 6 months and 6 years and 6 months of the dry area. And in 4 years after you will have the 8 years and 8 months of the wet area. And the collection will be with 4 rum. And to have all the collection of 2019, you have to wait 6 years.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, it takes time.
And this is the way we want to have a construction, and the customer can have the collection, but you need to have time to have all the 4 rum.
Yeah, so if you want to buy all of these, we will probably list them in Whisky.com and Whisky.de shop. So subscribe to the newsletter. You will find when they come online, we send you an email. So and I will probably have that at home as well, because we already have listed the Agricole. So if you like to buy them, go to the Whisky.com and Whisky.de shop. You can buy them there. Yeah, so that was really great, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward how I like it how you go with parameters like up and you do years and keep that the same, and I like that. So
thank you
very much for having us here.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Here. And we will welcome back you when you come back.
Okay.
But come back in May, you will have mango.
Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. And if you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends. And if you'd like to buy any of the Baie de Trésors whiskies, have a look at rums. Have a look at Whisky.com on Whisky.de. We'll have them in our shop. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.